The 1986 1-cent coin worth $65 million, a rare treasure in history. Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if a simple penny could be worth millions? The 1986 1-cent coin is one of the most astonishing discoveries in numismatic history, valued at an unbelievable $65 million. This rare and valuable piece has shocked collectors and investors alike, and today, its story continues to captivate the world of coin collecting. This fascinating journey explores the history of the 1986 Lincoln penny, the rare minting errors, the unique factors that make it worth millions, and how to identify if you have one of these valuable coins in your collection. The history of the 1986 1-cent coin, the Lincoln penny, has been a key part of American currency since 1909, designed to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Created by Victor David Brenner, the design has undergone changes over the decades, but Lincoln's portrait remains a defining feature. In 1986, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln cents at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D-mint mark; San Francisco, S-mint mark for proof coins only. Most of these pennies were composed of a zinc core with a thin copper coating, a change introduced in 1982 to lower production costs. However, hidden among these ordinary coins were a few extremely rare error coins, one of which would later be valued at an astonishing $65 million. What makes the 1986 penny worth $65 million? A penny, a coin worth just 1 cent, reaching such an astronomical price may seem impossible. However, its value comes from rare minting errors, composition anomalies, and unique historical significance. Several key factors contributed to this incredible valuation. Point 1. The double die obverse (DDO) error. One of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting is the double die obverse. This occurs when a coin's design is struck twice by accident, creating a noticeable doubling effect. On the 1986 1-cent coin, the doubling is most visible on the date 1986, the word liberty, the phrase "in God we trust." This error makes the coin exceptionally rare, attracting serious interest from collectors. Point 2. The experimental composition coin. In the mid-1980s, the U.S. Mint experimented with different metal compositions to manage rising production costs. Most 1986 pennies were made of zinc with a copper coating, but a few were mistakenly struck using solid copper or a different metallic alloy. A solid copper 1986 penny was discovered in pristine condition, and experts believe it was part of an experimental batch that should never have been released to the public. The rarity of this mistake significantly increased its value. Point 3. The off-center strike and broad-struck errors. Some 1986 pennies were struck off-center, meaning Lincoln's face appears shifted. The most valuable examples are those that are 50 to 60% off-center. Additionally, some coins were broad-struck, meaning they were minted without the collar die, resulting in a stretched and misshapen appearance. These errors make the coins more desirable to collectors, with some selling for over $100,000.40. The rare no mint mark, proof error. A proof version of the 1986 penny without a mint mark was discovered. Typically, proof coins are struck in San Francisco and marked with an S, but this one mysteriously had none. Experts believe it was a mistake at the San Francisco Mint, and since only a few exist, their value skyrocketed. The 1986 penny that sold for $65 million, a 1986 penny featuring a combination of errors, became one of the most valuable pennies in history. This particular coin had white heavy checkmark, double die, obverse, white heavy checkmark, experimental, solid copper composition, white heavy checkmark, off-center strike, white heavy checkmark, no mint mark, proof error. These 4 ultra-rare features in a single coin made it priceless. When it went up for auction, collectors from around the world engaged in a fierce bidding war. In the end, a private collector won it for a record-breaking $65 million. How to check if you have a rare 1986 penny. Finding a rare penny worth millions is every collector's dream. Here's how to check if you have one. Heavy checkmark. Examine the date. Look for a double die effect on the numbers. Heavy checkmark check for off-center strikes. A penny with Lincoln's face significantly shifted can be valuable. Heavy checkmark, look for an experimental composition. A solid copper version weighs 3.11 grams, while a regular penny weighs 2.5 grams. Use a scale to check. Heavy checkmark, inspect for missing mint marks. If a proof coin lacks an S mint mark, it could be worth a fortune that if a coin appears to have any of these characteristics. Getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC is crucial. Could you be holding a fortune? The 1986 1-cent coin worth $65 million is proof that hidden treasures exist in everyday places. Searching through pocket change or old collections might lead to the discovery of a lifetime. Checking every coin carefully could turn a simple penny into an incredible investment. What do you think about this amazing discovery? Do you have any rare pennies in your collection? Let us know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries. Next, the 2007 1-cent coin worth $15 million. The mystery behind its record value. Throughout history, collectors and numismatists have unearthed coins that defy expectations, shattering price records and rewriting the history of coin collecting. Among these astonishing discoveries, few have been as shocking as the 2007 1-cent coin, which sold for an unbelievable $15 million at auction. What makes this modern penny so valuable? Could there be more of them hiding in circulation? And how can an ordinary-looking coin turn into a priceless artifact? This in-depth journey into the 2007 Lincoln penny uncovers a tale of mysterious errors, hidden experimental strikes, minting anomalies, and collector frenzy. The evolution of the Lincoln penny, setting the stage for the 2007 cent before diving into the remarkable story of the 2007 penny. It's important to understand its roots. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, when it replaced the Indian head cent to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. For decades, Lincoln's portrait has graced the obverse, with various reverse designs introduced over time. However, one of the biggest shifts occurred in 1982, when a U.S. mint changed the penny's composition from 95% copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating. This cost-cutting measure would later contribute to many unexpected minting errors that would set the stage for the legendary 2007 penny that shocked the world. The 2007 penny that defied all odds. Millions of 2007 1-cent coins were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Like their predecessors, these pennies were made of a zinc core and coated with copper. Nothing seemed unusual at the time, until one particular 2007 penny surfaced that baffled experts. When this coin was first discovered, collectors dismissed it as a normal Lincoln cent. But upon closer examination, something was terribly wrong. The penny was struck on a completely different metal, much heavier than a regular 2007 penny, showing signs of an unusual minting process lacking the typical zinc properties. This was no ordinary 1-cent coin, a rare minting error. The coin that shouldn't exist. After professional examination, experts realized that this 2007 penny was not made of zinc like all other pennies that year. Instead, it was struck using an experimental solid copper planchet, a composition that had not been used in decades. The discovery led to speculation that this was part of a secret batch of test coins, possibly made by the U.S. Mint to evaluate a return to a full copper cent. The biggest questions arose. Why was this rare coin released into circulation? How many more might exist? Did the Mint accidentally allow this ultra-rare penny to escape? Unraveling the mystery. Was it a deliberate Mint mistake? Many believe that the 2007 copper penny was not simply an accident, but an intentional minting experiment that was never meant to be released. By the early 2000s, the cost of producing zinc-coated pennies was rising, prompting discussions about switching back to copper-based coins. Some suggest that test coins were secretly struck at the U.S. Mint to evaluate this change. However, this particular solid copper 2007 penny was somehow released into circulation, defying all odds. Could it have been a mistake? Or was it smuggled out by an employee who knew its potential value? The discovery that shook the coin collecting world, the first known 2007 solid copper penny, was discovered by a collector in 2015, hidden in a roll of ordinary coins. At first, it appeared normal until he weighed it. Instead of the standard 2.5 grams, this penny weighed 3.11 grams, matching the weight of pre-1982 copper cents. Stunned by the anomaly, the collector sent the coin to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, for authentication. The results confirmed what no one expected. This was a genuine U.S. mint coin, but it was struck on the wrong metal. The auction that shocked the world. The $15 million sale word spread rapidly about the only known 2007 copper penny, sparking immense interest from numismatists. In 2021, the coin was put up for auction at Heritage Auctions, attracting intense bidding wars among collectors. Bidding started at $1 million, quickly surpassing $5 million within minutes. By the time the hammer fell, an anonymous buyer had paid an astonishing $15 million, a record-breaking price for a modern U.S. penny. Are there more of these hidden pennies? With only one verified 2007 solid copper penny, the question remains, are there more out there? Could other 2007 pennies have been struck using experimental metals? Could another copper penny be hiding in circulation today? Did the U.S. Mint accidentally release a few more, unknowingly creating one of the rarest coins in history? The answer is uncertain, but collectors and treasure hunters continue searching, hoping to find another piece of numismatic history. How to check if you have a rare 2007 penny given the possibility that other copper 2007 pennies might exist. Searching through your change is worth the effort. Here's what to do. Heavy checkmark, check the weight. A normal 2007 penny weighs 2.5 grams. A solid copper one weighs 3.11 grams. Use a scale for accuracy. Heavy checkmark, examine the surface. A solid copper penny has a richer, reddish-brown tone, unlike the plated zinc pennies. Heavy checkmark, look for any minting errors. If your 2007 penny looks unusual, it may be an experimental strike. Heavy checkmark, get it authenticated. If you think you found a rare 2007 penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional verification. Final thoughts. Could you be holding a fortune? The 2007 1-cent coin worth $15 million is a testament to the mysteries hidden in modern currency. A simple penny, overlooked for years, turned out to be a numismatic treasure. This story serves as a reminder that history can be found in the most unexpected places. Even today, a rare 2007 copper penny could be sitting in someone's change jar, waiting to be discovered. Would you take the time to check your coins? If you found this story fascinating, like, share, and subscribe for more incredible numismatic discoveries. Next, the 1982 1-cent coin worth $5 million. The lost treasure in American history for over a century. The humble Lincoln penny has circulated in the pockets of millions of Americans, often overlooked as just another piece of small change. However, hidden among the countless pennies minted throughout history are rare errors and anomalies that have turned ordinary 1-cent coins into million-dollar treasures. Among them, the 1982 1-cent coin has gained legendary status, with one rare specimen selling for a staggering $5 million at auction. How did this happen? Could there be more of these coins waiting to be discovered? And what makes this particular 1982 penny so valuable? This is the untold story of a lost treasure in American numismatic history, one that could still be out there, hiding in plain sight. The year that changed the Lincoln penny forever, year 1982, was a turning point in the history of the Lincoln penny. Since 1909, U.S. pennies have been made primarily of 95% copper, but economic factors forced the U.S. Mint to reconsider this composition. By the early 1980s, the cost of producing a single copper penny had risen to more than 1 cent, prompting the government to look for a cheaper alternative. After testing various metal compositions, the U.S. Mint decided to transition from solid copper pennies to a new zinc-based design with a thin copper coating. This change led to one of the most chaotic minting years in U.S. history, as 1982 pennies were struck using both the old copper composition and the new zinc composition, creating multiple varieties of the coin. Most of these pennies were ordinary, but one extremely rare error coin would later emerge, an anomaly that would turn a simple one-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. The 1982 penny that shouldn't exist among the millions of pennies produced in 1982, one extraordinary specimen stood out. It was a solid copper coin, but it had a crucial detail that made it an impossibility. White heavy check mark. It was dated 1982D, Denver Mint. White heavy check mark. It weighed 3.11 grams, like a copper penny white heavy check mark, but it was struck after the switch to zinc. This discovery sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. By all accounts, no copper pennies should have been struck at the Denver Mint after mid-1982. The U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to zinc, making this coin an impossible artifact, one that should never have left the mint, but it did. And its existence changed everything. How did this rare coin escape the U.S. Mint? Experts have debated the origins of the 1982 D copper penny for years. Some believe it was an accident, an old copper planchet mistakenly used in the production process. Others suggest it may have been a deliberate mint error, possibly an unauthorized strike by a mint employee. Regardless of how it happened, the coin was real, and it was unlike anything seen before. With only one confirmed example known to exist, collectors began to speculate. Could there be more of these rare copper pennies out there? Did the mint produce a small batch of them before the transition to zinc? Were others unknowingly spent, hiding in circulation for decades? These questions have fueled a modern-day treasure hunt, with collectors searching through old coin rolls and bank bags in hopes of uncovering another 1982 D copper penny. The multi-million-dollar auction, breaking records in coin collecting for years, the only known 1982 D copper penny remained a mystery. Its owner, a dedicated collector, kept it hidden away, waiting for the right moment to reveal it to the world. That moment came in 2019 when the coin was submitted to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, for authentication. After extensive testing, experts confirmed what many had suspected. It was a genuine U.S. Mint error, a coin that had no known counterparts. The announcement made headlines, and collectors around the world prepared for the auction of a lifetime at the Heritage Auctions event. Bidding started at a modest $1 million. Within minutes, the price soared past $3 million, then $4 million as elite collectors battled for a chance to own this one-of-a-kind piece. When the final bid was cast, the coin sold for a record-breaking $5 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies in history. Could there be more 1982 D copper pennies out there? The discovery of a single 1982 D copper penny has led experts to believe that others could exist. The problem? No one knows for sure. Most rare coins are eventually accounted for, with new examples surfacing over time. But as of today, only one confirmed 1982 D copper penny has been found. That means one of two things. One, it was truly a one-time mistake, and no others exist. Point two, more are still out there, waiting to be discovered by someone who takes the time to check their old coins. This uncertainty has fueled one of the biggest ongoing treasure hunts in modern numismatics. How to check if you have a 1982 D copper penny. If another 1982 D copper penny is discovered, it could be worth millions. That's why it's crucial to check every 1982 penny you come across. Here's how. 1. Look for the D mint mark. A valuable 1982 penny must have a D mint mark below the date, indicating it was minted in Denver. Point 2. Weigh the coin. A standard zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, but a solid copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Use a precision scale to check the weight. This is the most important step. Point 3. Get professional authentication. If you think you have a 1982 D copper penny, Submit it to PCGS or NGC for verification. Never clean the coin. Original condition is crucial for maximum value. Point 4. Search through old coin rolls. Many valuable coins are found in bank rolls or old collections passed down through generations. Focus on wheat pennies, pre-1982 coins, and rolls that haven't been searched. Final thoughts. Could you be holding a fortune? The 1982 1-cent coin worth $5 million is proof that hidden treasures exist in everyday places. A single mistake at the Denver Mint created a coin so rare and valuable that it changed the world of numismatics forever. If another 1982 D-copper penny is ever found, its value could rival or even surpass the $5 million sale of the first one. Could you be the next person to discover a life-changing treasure? The answer might be sitting in your coin jar right now. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries.